Just before we get into things, if this video does smash 1,000 likes, I will be beginning a new Xbox One and PlayStation 4 console giveaway. So if you guys do want to get entered into that, simply drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and then leave a comment saying which platform you'd like to win. I will be ending this in around about a month or so, so be sure to enter now while you can. But with that said, let's go ahead and begin today's video. So what is up everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing a USA map for Grand Theft Auto 6. Now this is something that a lot of people in the community have wanted to see, especially if you think about just how big that map would be. It would of course be the biggest map in Rockstar Games history, and like I said, it is something that a ton of people do want to see sometime in the future. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing everything that could potentially be a possibility if we were to receive a USA map expansion in the next Grand Theft Auto game. Now, like I did say earlier, our goal for this video is to reach 1,000 likes. If we could do that, that would be incredible. So don't forget to drop a like if you guys do enjoy the video and learn anything new from it. Along with that, if you're a new visitor here and have not subscribed already, I would of course highly recommend that you do so you can stay up to date with all of my latest content. I do upload GTA 6 news, GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, and more. So be sure to subscribe if that does interest you. But with that said, there's a lot to talk about in this video, so I'm not going to keep you guys waiting any longer. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I have actually put together a notepad document that does contain a list of some of the features that I would like to see if the USA was the map of GTA 6. So first off, in the game I would definitely like to see a USA map because of course that would add all of the states that you could go to, and like I did mention in the intro, that would be the biggest map that Rockstar had ever created. Now something has been done like this in the past with a racing game called The Crew. They actually made the USA their game's map as well, and I've played that game in the past, and honestly one of the most fun parts is just going around and exploring it, and it's just really cool to see that they're able to do it so well detailed, and just imagine the level of detail that Rockstar does with their games, but on a whole USA map. Along with this, I'd like to see a new form of travel, maybe like taking a plane or so, because if they do the whole United States, obviously there's going to be so much distance in between different locations, and even doing something like that by car, it would take a long time. And don't get me wrong, that would definitely be a very cool experience. I'm sure many people, myself included, would do it by car. But for the people who don't necessarily want to, a system where you could go to the airport and get a flight there, for example, and you'd have to pay for it, things like that, that would be a really cool travel system. Now as for how exactly it would work story mode wise, I did put together a list for this as well. And I did say when you load up your game, instead of choosing a character, you would also choose a city location where you can live. From there, you'd be able to complete day-to-day activities like missions, for example, and you would slowly progress to other locations in the map, and of course the map would gradually expand as you progress. For story mode, there would be things like multiple characters where each one is actually from a different location, similar to GTA 5 where we do have multiple protagonists, so you'd have one story from each character all in different locations. Now this would help with the issue of the map being too big, so to say. Obviously if there's so much to do, it's going to be overwhelming and you won't be able to see everything, but say we have it where each character is from a different location. That would mean you'd have one main character from New York, that of course being Liberty City, then you'd have another person in Los Angeles, what would be Los Santos for example, things like that, and you'd be able to explore it from different characters. Of course, with that, the story would reflect each character individually, and say story-wise, you'd have something similar to GTA 5 where eventually, all of these characters come together for a large heist or something of the sort. If you think about it, that would honestly be such an insane and cool story mode, and it would just be incredible if Rockstar did something like this. Also, like I did mention earlier, we would have the ability to take flights to different locations of the map, along with a road trip to further explore. If you guys do remember in the game I mentioned earlier, The Crew, I remember in parts of it you'd have to drive to different states and it could take a very long time, but you weren't bored because there was just so much to see, and since it was modeled off of real life, you could actually go to real life locations, similar to how GTA 5 is with Los Santos. Of course, there's real buildings there from real life. Of course, the map does not have to be identical to the US. Of course, as we know, Liberty City is meant to be New York. Things like that, we'd basically see an entire USA map but with Rockstar's own locations that are modeled after real life. I think something like this would be really cool. Like I said, you'd be able to go to all these different locations. Say for example, you live in the US, you could actually go to your state and see some popular places from there. Something like that would just be an incredible and surreal experience in a game, and I would really love if Rockstar did something similar to this with Grand Theft Auto 6. Now that was mainly the story mode portion, but I do actually have an idea for online as well, which is what I'm going to share next. So for online specifically, like earlier, I was talking about the issue how the map could be considered too big, but I do have a few ideas about how exactly this could be balanced out. So first things first, I do want to mention something about Grand Theft Auto 5. I did read this in an article a very long time ago, unfortunately I could not find the source, so this may not exactly be 100% accurate, but I did read something about GTA 5 originally being designed for around 100 people in an online session. Obviously, due to server limitations, this was limited, and I believe on last gen the number was 16 that you could have. Then with current gen and PC it's around 30 or so, but according to what I had read, originally they wanted to have something like 100 people. Now, if we do have a massive map, for example being the whole USA, we would definitely want to see more people in the online portion of the game, like around 100 or so, maybe even more, because like I said, the map is going to be so big and you don't want it to just be empty with just AI, you're going to want people around too, and having more people per server, like 100 or maybe more, that would definitely help make it less empty. Now for how exactly online would work, I'd like to see more customization options, and one thing I do want to make clear right away, there's a whole bunch of features in GTA 5 that I'd still like to see present. In the future, I may do a different video on some of the things I'd like to see in GTA 6, but as of now, I just want to mention one thing. GTA 5 has so many features that I'd like to see keep in, but something I feel Grand Theft Auto 5 really lacks is some customizations. I'd like to see something where you could like create your own houses, customize the interiors, maybe even own multiple properties in different locations throughout the USA map. Along with this, maybe own your own businesses and properties. This is something we have seen in GTA 5 with DLC, but I would like to see some support for it right from the start in GTA 6, especially if this was the map. Now, one question I see a lot of people asking, of course, if we do have a map like this, what exactly would the game look like? I've seen a lot of people in my comments asking, do we have any idea what GTA 6 itself will look like? And I do have both good news and bad news. Now the bad news, just to get it right out of the way, we have received no official screenshots from Rockstar Games regarding GTA 6 at this time, but the good news, however, is that I've made a video in the past about a concept of what I think GTA 6 could look like. I did this with an incredible mod for GTA 5 known as Redux, and this mod honestly makes the game look so realistic, it's just incredible. And since I see a lot of people talking about this, I'm going to show you guys some gameplay from a video I did make a few months ago, showing off this mod specifically. Now the gameplay you do see in the background right now is not that mod. I'm going to end that one right here and actually show you guys that one specifically. But of course, before I do, just wanted to end things off here. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to drop a like to show your support, and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of my latest content. Anyway, here's the GTA 5 Redux mod on what GTA 6 could look like. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Lucky miss!